Hey everyone, my name is Ybot, and this is a brief tutorial on how to tank as a Guardian Druid. So, first of all, you want to make sure that you're in bear form for this, and you also want to make sure that Mark of the Wild is up, because it boosts your agility. It also provides relevant stats for your raider party. So, you want to be in bear form. For single target tanking, to pulley mobs, you want to make sure that you're using either Feral Fire or use Wild Charge. Fairy Fire, rather, has the weakening armor debuff, so that's great if you don't have a warrior. When you're actually DPSing, you want to make sure that you're using Lacerate. Lacerate causes the enemy to bleed over time. It also generates rage. When you're capped on rage, feel free to use Maul. It's your rage dump ability. Otherwise, you should be trying to use rage for Savage Defense. It makes you dodge more for a few seconds, makes you dodge more by about 45%. You also want to make sure that you have Thrash every now and then, just to make sure that that weakening blows debuff is there if nobody else is able to apply it in your party. Apart from that, you just go ahead, use Fairy Fire whenever it's on cooldown. Fairy Fire, Lacerate, and Mangle do not cost any rage. Rage is used pretty much exclusively for defensive cooldowns, with the exception of Maul. The only time you'll want to use Maul when you're not capped on rage is if you get a proc for Tooth and Claw, then you can use it. It's going to make the enemy hit less for a few seconds. So right now I've got the proc for Tooth and Claw. Next auto attack does less damage, so that's handy. Whenever you're getting a lot of damage coming in, or whenever you really want to, use Bark Skin. It only has a 30-second cooldown. It'll cause you to take 20% less damage. And that just about covers the basics here of single target DPS. Okay, so let's look at the multi-target tanking rotation. So first, after you charge in or use Fairy Fire to pull, you'll want to hit them with a Thrash. That'll cause them all to take bleeding damage. It'll do damage and then damage again over time on all the targets around you. So it's a very good AoE attack. You'll want to also hit them with Swipe, your second AoE attack. And then you want to hit them with Mangle whenever it's on cooldown, because it does very high damage, it's a very high threat. And I'd recommend, if you can, pop a Savage Defense if you've got enough A Rage, and also pop Bark Skin on cooldown if you can. Once you get geared in heroic mode, it doesn't matter too much, but these are things that are nice for your healer. Next, I'll show you how to use your Guardian Tank against one of the level 90 heroic bosses in Mists of Pandaria. So we're just going to finish these guys off really quick. There they go. Alright, and we're going to go to the first boss encounter of Mogushan Palace here. And what you want to do with these types of bosses is you want to pull, like I did with either Charge or Fairy Fire. You'll want to use Mangle first, then you'll also want to use your Thrash to get the Weakened Blows debuff up. The bleed doesn't hurt either. And then you'll want to make sure that Lacerate is applied 3 times. You'll want to make sure if you didn't pull with Fairy Fire that you use it at some point, so you have the Weakened Armor debuff up on them, so you can hit them for more. And if, for whatever reason, you lose Threat, does not happen all that often in instances, it's more likely to happen with Trash, but if you do, make sure you use your Taunt Growl. Also, please remember to use your Savage Defense and your Bark Skin on cooldown. Those are really helpful for the healer. For the rest of your abilities, please take a look in your spellbook. There's several abilities that keep you from dying, depending on the talents you choose. There's several talents that make you a much more effective tank. I will be attempting to make a more detailed video on Druid tanking in the future, possibly covering the opening LFR dungeons that I've actually done, and give you my thoughts on tanking in those. If you want a absolute Raiders professional opinion, Elitist Jerks is still active. They're a great resource. Also, the website that I personally like to go to is called Icy Veigns. It has all your needs for itemization, best rotation, optimal talents, etc. They've got it all there. It's a really good resource. Wowpedia is still an excellent resource. It has, it's current, it's up to date. It has details on tanking, healing, and DPS as well. And also the WoW forums are still a great resource as well. So, take a look at those. And thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.